How to Build Healthy Self-Esteem, presented by the University of North Georgia Student Counseling Center. Self-esteem is something that most of us are challenged with at some point in our lives. Our self-esteem can change from one moment to the next. One day you might feel great about yourself, and the next you might be drowning in your negative thoughts. Perhaps you read a negative social media post that brought some insecurities to the surface. What is self-esteem anyway? We can think of self-esteem as the extent to which we approve of and respect ourselves. It's our personal evaluation of our worth and may not reflect our actual talents and abilities. It's our opinion about how we feel about ourselves, where self-judgment and comparing ourselves to others is often part of the mix. Low self-esteem can negatively impact many parts of our lives, such as our confidence with making decisions, how we assert ourselves in relationships, our willingness to try new things, how we move past mistakes, and our overall mental health. So the effects of low self-esteem can be far-reaching. On the other hand, striving too hard for self-esteem is unhealthy because people can make their value dependent on something specific. Mistakes or failures become threats to our self-worth rather than opportunities for self-growth. Still, the journey to building healthy self-esteem is worth the effort as long as we keep it in perspective. So then, how do you build healthy self-esteem? Here are some tips. Tip 1. Recognize, identify, and accept your negative thoughts. Spot troubling conditions or situations. Think about the situations that seem to be squashing your self-esteem. Then pay attention to the thoughts you have about them. Step back from your thoughts. Repeat these negative thoughts. The goal here is to step back from automatic thoughts and beliefs and observe them. This helps you create space between your critical thoughts and automatically believing them to be true. So instead of trying to change your thoughts, you're distancing yourself from them. Accept your thoughts. Research suggests it's better to accept your thoughts instead of trying to ignore or resist them. Just allow yourself to feel them. By gaining awareness about the thoughts and beliefs that are affecting your self-esteem, you can change the way you think about them, which can help you accept yourself more. Tip 2. Set healthy boundaries. Setting boundaries can be a challenging process because we feel we might be rude or selfish in setting them. Also, if we have little experience with setting them, the process might feel intimidating. But setting healthy boundaries is important for increasing self-esteem, self-respect, and for receiving the respect we deserve from others. The first step in setting boundaries is to figure out what your needs are. You can't and shouldn't please everyone. Sure, it's nice and supportive to help others, but your self-esteem suffers when you attach it to how much you do for others. Here are a few suggestions for setting boundaries. Communicate your boundaries briefly. No need to explain or justify them. In response to a criticism from someone, you might say, It's not okay with me for you to make comments about my weight. Please stop. If you don't, I won't be able to continue this conversation. It's okay to take some time to think about a request from someone and tell them you'll get back with them. For example, you might say, I have a policy of not making snap decisions. I need time to think and reflect on what I want to do. Expect some resistance from others. When setting a boundary, there will be an adjustment period for yourself and others. However, it's not your responsibility to make it okay for them. Create consequences for someone who doesn't respect your boundaries. You might say, if you continue this offensive behavior, I'll leave the room and ask you to leave. With practice, boundary setting gets easier. Learning how to set healthy boundaries is an important life skill that can greatly improve your quality of life. Please refer to the boundary video for more guidance on boundary setting. Tip 3. Practice self-compassion. Self-compassion is treating ourselves the way we would treat a good friend who is struggling, with understanding, patience, and empathy. According to self-compassion expert Dr. Kristen Neff, self-compassion requires that we're kind to ourselves. Even when we feel inadequate or like a failure, with an understanding that these are natural parts of the human condition. For more information on how to build self-compassion, be sure to check out the video, Self-Compassion, Being a Better Friend to Yourself. Tip 4. Let go of negative people. The people you spend time with can have a big impact on your mood and overall well-being. Positive, supportive people tend to lift your mood and encourage you toward your goals. Negative or unsupportive people are exhausting to be around, can eat away at your self-esteem, and slow self-growth. Take some time to evaluate your relationships with family members, friends, and others you interact with regularly. Ask yourself, is this person generally encouraging and supportive of me? If not, perhaps it's time to limit your contact with them and replace them with others who are more supportive and who have your best interests in mind. In closing, building healthy self-esteem represents only one of many strategies for enhancing your mental health. Striving too hard for high self-esteem can be unhealthy. Cultivating self-compassion is just as important, if not more important, than focusing on self-esteem. By implementing the tips in this video, you'll be adding to your toolbox and enhancing your healthy self-esteem. Thank you. Check out more of our videos and contact our office at 706-867-4402 for additional support.